During this tutorial, you learn how we improved QuickBooks Payroll during 2006 and 2007. This tutorial is an overview. We encourage you to watch the other payroll tutorials for more detailed instructions on payroll activities. You can now find all payroll-related information and activities in one location, called the Employee Center. And when you click a payroll task on the home page, QuickBooks takes you directly to the right place within the Employee Center. Click Employee Center. The Employee Center makes it easy to find the information you need. You can work with your employee list, all the payroll transactions you've already entered, and you can perform payroll activities from this one location. Let's look at the employee list. This is just like the employee list you are used to seeing, but now you have much more information. When you select an employee, you see the contact information for that employee in the upper right side of the window, and you can easily run payroll reports for this employee. To the lower right, you see transactions for that employee. You won't waste time looking for a specific paycheck. You can even filter these transactions to narrow your search. Click the Transactions tab. We made it easier to find all your payroll-related transactions. Click on any of these folders, and QuickBooks displays the related payroll transactions to the right. Select a date range to narrow your search. Click the Payroll tab. This is the Payroll Center. Use this window to pay employees, pay taxes and liabilities, and process payroll tax forms, like 941s and W-2s. You also see your current payroll subscription status. And to get payroll updates, just click this link. As you see later, you can access the Payroll Center from multiple locations. We've also made it easier to pay employees. On the home page, click Pay Employees. QuickBooks opens the Payroll Center and highlights the Pay Employees area. To begin, click Pay Employees. QuickBooks opens the Enter Payroll Information window. You don't have to enter each employee's paycheck details one at a time. You can enter the detail for all your employees in this one window. And to customize the columns to match what you are used to seeing in your version of QuickBooks, click Show or Hide Columns. You can select all employees or select just the employees you want to pay. QuickBooks can automatically select the employees that you always pay at the same time. You learn how to do this with a feature called Payroll Schedules later in this tutorial. To edit or view the detail for the selected employees, click the Open Paycheck Detail button. To edit or view the detail for a specific paycheck, click the employee's name. QuickBooks opens the Preview Paycheck window. This is the window used in older versions of QuickBooks. You could click Save and Next to process payroll the way you did in your version of QuickBooks, but as you see, we've made it a lot easier. Click Save and Close. Instead of processing one check at a time, click Continue, and you are ready to review and create paychecks for all the selected employees. When you're ready to create the paychecks, click Create Paychecks. You can now tell QuickBooks which employees you want to pay together. For example, suppose one group of employees is paid monthly and another group is paid bi-weekly. Or you want to pay office workers together and field workers separately. Use Payroll Schedules to do this. Click this link to set up your payroll schedules. Let's add a payroll schedule for employees who are paid bi-weekly. In the first field, type the name bi-weekly. Select how often you pay employees in the next field. Next, enter the next pay period end date. Then type the date that should appear on paychecks for the next pay period. Click OK to save the new schedule. The payroll schedule appears in the Pay Employee section of the window. When you edit or set up a new employee, under the Payroll and Compensation tab, click the Payroll Schedule drop-down list and select the appropriate payroll schedule. It's that easy. QuickBooks even shows you when you need to run your next payroll. To run your next payroll, select the payroll schedule and click Start Scheduled Payroll. To learn more about paying employees, watch the Paying Employees tutorial in the Learning Center. We also made it easier to pay payroll taxes and other liabilities. Now, QuickBooks automatically tracks how much you owe and reminds you when to pay. Before you pay liabilities, first tell QuickBooks how often you pay each liability and whether you pay by check or e-payment. To do this, click the Related Payment Activities button and select Edit Payment Due Dates or Methods from the menu. QuickBooks opens the Payroll Setup interview. Use this wizard to set up new scheduled tax payments and change existing ones. Click Continue and fill in the appropriate information. First, tell QuickBooks what payment method you use. If you subscribe to the Enhanced Payroll service, you can pay many taxes electronically, also called e-payments. You learn more about this in the Paying Taxes and Liabilities tutorial. Then tell QuickBooks who you pay for each tax. In many cases, we'll enter the payee for you. Then click the Payment or Deposit Frequency drop-down list and tell QuickBooks how often you pay the tax. We'll provide you with the choices that apply to each tax. The Payroll Setup Wizard will guide you through the setup of each scheduled tax payment and help you set up e-pay bank accounts and enrollments with tax agencies. The wizard also helps you set up other non-tax related liabilities. Just click Continue to work through the wizard. Next time you pay liabilities, QuickBooks shows you which payments are overdue, due, or upcoming. QuickBooks also shows you when to send your payment. You learn to pay liabilities in the Paying Liabilities and Taxes tutorial in the Learning Center. We also made it easier to process payroll forms. You can e-file certain forms when you subscribe to the Enhanced Payroll service. Click this link to find out which forms are supported. To learn more, watch the Process Payroll Forms tutorial in the QuickBooks Learning Center. We hope you benefit from all these improvements, and thanks for your great suggestions that made these improvements possible. We also recommend you watch the Tutorial for Upgraders in the Welcome section of the Learning Center. To learn more about QuickBooks, go back to the Learning Center and select another tutorial.